just to give you a sense of where we have come in the past 18 months, 2 years or so. Much of this started because of back in 2011 when President Obama negotiated over the debt ceiling and over the continuing resolution, and developed this notion of the sequester. I mean, I got really annoyed today because there were other progressive commentators. I remember back in the day, not going to use any names, radio people who were saying this sequester is brilliant. It is a brilliant move by the president. Now, those same people would say that the White House didn't develop it, but they did. They did develop the sequester as a way, because they were under the misapprehension of who the Republicans are and were, and assumed that this would force them to the table so that they could get the grand bargain that they wanted. And we saw this desire for a grand bargain by the president as late as the beginning of this year, when he offered, I guess it was in April, when he offered a budget that included cuts to Social Security. And the sequester was supposed to have fixed this. It was supposed to have forced all the parties to the table. We are now looking at the Democrats. Their position is, we want a budget that still includes the sequester. The Republicans now are able to stake out a position, well, we want a budget that continues to punish poor people, that continues to punish the middle class, that denies millions of people health care, that cuts more funding for the EPA, the FDA, the government regulatory agencies, on and on and on. The so-called Overton window, again, has been shifted to the right. And we were told this was the president's brilliant negotiating strategy and whatnot. And that the Republicans, I mean, how many times did we hear President Obama himself say? In 2010, we heard it. In 2012, we heard it. The fever will break. The fever will break. We continue to hear this. And in fact, we heard it from Professor Gillens. I imagine that the sane Republicans, the ones who just want to quietly defund things like food stamps and support for poor people, they will prevail over the people who just want to burn the whole thing down. Yes, they're going to gradually make people miserable as opposed to try and do it in one fell swoop.